China, there's this notion that if a woman isn't married by the age of 27, she is a so-called leftover woman. Now, this is something that we've talked about on the Young Turks before, but the symptoms of this societal pressure is perfectly explained in this video that we're about to show you. It features a 27-year-old Chinese woman who is hounded by her parents for not having a boyfriend and not being married already, right? So as a result, she went online to rent a boyfriend that she can then display for her parents so they can just get off her back. Take a look.
但我怕我妈以后催我，我就说那个，就是我先带回去嘛。哎，你多大
24岁。
你24岁啊？我已经27岁了，可不可以说你是27岁？然后我可以跟我妈妈说为什么没有告诉她？为什么没有告诉她？对啊，你来想为什么没有告诉她？哎。 可以说你比我年龄小，所以我没有告诉他。
哦，那还可以啊。
我是不是太聪明了一点？
哦，太聪明了。
这孩子我非常喜欢，不知道跟你俩合不合适。
那是为什么？太帅了。
岁数小，你看你就小。 你这么帅的小伙就不老实本，好了，喜欢归喜欢。
Okay, so
that's what all the moms of my girlfriends say. You're too good looking, not reliable.
Man, her parents are.
They're very direct.
They're very direct.
Very direct
That's a very nice way of putting it.
Yeah. I love this story because the websites for the temporary like hiring a boyfriend for like a small. I thought that was just for Republican congressmen. I didn't know that you could also do it in China to deceive.
That's why you wanted to do the story so you could tell that joke, which was a good joke.
No, I didn't think of it before. No, it's an awesome situation also because we've been talking about the left. I think it's such an interesting concept. The whole idea.
It is.
27, you old hag.
I know, it's insane. By the way, the reason why I love that video is because I think it should be a cautionary tale for women in their late 20s who are dealing with the same problem, and you want to do things just to appease your parents, right? Her parents were not appeased. Like it was not good enough. She brings home a guy and it's like, oh, he's too young, he's too good looking. You're not going to make him happy, which is why you need to do you, boo, right? Like, don't feel the pressure. Also, something kind of hit me while we were watching that video. Why is it that regardless of how old you get, you still feel like a child when you're around your parents? Like I still worry about like, oh my God, what's my mom gonna say? Is she gonna be mad at me? Is she gonna punish me? And I'm just like, I'm 30, okay? I'm gonna do what I want to do. But then I feel like a child every time I'm around my parents.
Like I think I really do. I mean, you obviously you respect them, you love them, you act a certain way around them. But I don't
respect
feel
them
juvenile.
too much.
Yeah, you might.
I do.
But I think maybe it's just the natural flip side of you obviously have a very close emotional attachment to your parents. Like if you don't see them for a week, you want to go home and see them. I love my parents, but I don't need to see my parents every week. That has nothing to do with love. It's just that's not the We're from the East Coast, okay? It's much more hands off.
I call my mom every day, partially because I want to talk to her at least once a day.
I've never called my mom 2 days in a row.
It's amazing.
3.
It's amazing. But also another reason why I call her every day is because I know that if I don't, she's going to be mad at me. And so like I worry about her being mad at me. Anyway, I've now made this about me. But the important takeaway from this story is you need to live your own life, right? Whether you're a man or a woman. I mean, men and women have different pressures, different societal expectations. But when it comes to things like marriage, keep in mind that one day, sadly, your parents will not be around anymore. And then you have to live with this creepo that you forced yourself to marry just to make your parents happy. Not that that guy was a creepo. I'm just saying that there's been...
Not reliable, but...
Look, Armenians are used to be very similar. I think that the culture is changing quite a bit. But Armenians used to have arranged marriages. And so if your parents say that you need to marry this man, you'd be forced to marry that man. Or else you would bring great dishonor to your family, right? And I know a lot of older Armenian women who were part of that system who are really upset now that they caved into that. And so life is so short. It's so short, and marriage is so difficult. Just be in love with the person that you marry, right? And I know some arranged marriages work, but...
Yeah. almost inevitably, whoever you end up with, whether it's arranged or not, it's just going to end up being a disaster because humans aren't meant to stay together for that long. Shouldn't you at least be the one who chose that disaster so you can feel personally responsible rather than just shoved into that shitty situation? Take ownership over the crap your life will become.
That is not necessarily true, okay? There are some couples that are happy with one another till the very end.
I think it's mostly social media activity intended to make us think they're happy. I'm totally joking.
I'm about to get married, so
I'm
thanks.
joking.
No.
I like the service though, especially there. It makes so much sense. But even like me, like I visit my mom every Christmas, and I'm not dating anyone right now. Not a bad idea.
What are you gonna do? Like rent a woman to take to your mom's house?
Doesn't have to be a woman. No. Yes.
Oh, good for you, John.
Yes, my mom wouldn't care. But no, hopefully she'd be surprised, but she wouldn't care. No, but that doesn't seem like the worst idea. It puts her mind at ease.
Yeah.
I have the company of a fine young lady or whatever.
Or man.
This is the thing. I almost wish that this was like the culture here. Because man, like I don't know, it's such an easy gig. That guy, his only problem was that he was too young and unreliable. Whatever that means. Means he's gonna cheat, obviously. But
yeah.
I mean, dude, in my younger days, I'd be like, oh, how can I make this money on the side? I'm not gonna be the Uber driver, Lyft. Oh, just go to some girl's house and be like, yeah, we've been dating for 6 months. Sure thing, yep, cool. Charm the mom, charm them up, be like, yep, we're good.
Yeah, maybe start dating her.
Give me my money, easy. I don't know. Because there's some guys that are good at meeting parents. I was one of those. I was good at meeting parents. I was so good at it, and so. No matter what, you got it. Like, pay me. I don't know how much he was getting paid, but think about it. Maybe it's like $50 an hour. Let's go hang out for 3 hours with your parents. Give me that $150. Good.
TYT members get the post-game show where Cenk and I get a little raunchy, talk about some personal stuff that we probably shouldn't be mentioning. If you want to watch the post-game, just go to tytnetwork.com/join and become a member.